Hello and welcome to Pop Along RC. In today's video I am going to be showing you how I created this awesome weather effect on my FTX Ravine. Before we start, most of you should have seen at some stage a clear brand new shell which we need special paints to paint, and we use a Lexan spray to spray our shells. Over the years I've experimented with different masking techniques and different colours and fades and things like that for these cars, but today is a little bit different. Today I'm going to talk to you about weather technique. Now, with a race car shell, what you do is you spray on the inside of the shell and it gives that nice glossy finish, whereas this is a much more matte finish, and that is because I've actually painted on the outside of the shell. And the way I've done this is, to start with, I took my standard FTX Ravine shell and I started by sanding it down. Once I had sanded down the shell, I then masked off the window areas and the areas I wanted to keep the original colours. And then I took it outside and I did actually spray it with a Lexan spray, and I used a white spray because I just wanted a base colour to work with. I wasn't too particular about this, and actually if you look closely you can see the original shell through the white paint. But the reason I wasn't that fussed is because I knew I was going to layer up on top. So the first paint I used is an acrylic paint, and I use the brush and I dab at the brush so that you get a dotty sort of texture to it. And once I've stippled over the whole car and I've got an even, well, a very inconsistent look over it, I can start adding some layers to it. So as I say, the first colour there is a raw umber, and then I take a darker brown. It makes it possible to add some contrast and some depth to the shell. Once I've applied the darker tones, is then to get that real rust effect, I actually use an orange. Now I take a really watered down orange and I start by stippling it over some of the areas. If I want to have it look like the rust has run down the car, you can apply it in straight lines, but again using it really thin in washes so that you can get that effect. One other thing I did is, once I'd created all these colours and I wanted to bring back some of that paint, I actually used a hard end of the brush and I scratched off some of the paint to reveal the white underneath, and then that allowed me to add a little bit more tone, a little bit more texture to that paint. After lockdown, I hope to get a couple of new shells. I've got a few ideas, and I'm actually going to do some more run-throughs of how you can paint that weathered effect on your shells, and there's some more techniques I'd like to introduce you to take your weathered painting to the next level. Till the next time, all the best.